Hello everyone. We are introducing a new what we call advanced DAB measurements option for Ranger Neo products. Actually, this option will be available for models Ranger Neo 2 and higher. I think it's worth mentioning this new advanced DAB package is not chipset based. This is important because it has an impact on what you can do and how well can you do it. For example, the receiver locks in very fast when you connect the signal, which is not the case of chipset-based receivers. But it means that we can do things like having access to ETI or even recording it, which they are normally available in more expensive equipment only. The DAB signal we have here for testing, by the way, is very poor. But that's okay, because it will allow us to see what we can do even with low-level signals. You will notice, if you pay attention to the spectrum analyzer, that the DAB channels seem to blink for an instant, like randomly. This is perfectly normal, and it has to do with what they call the frame sync, which is sent every about 100 milliseconds, I think. So this is typical of a DAB transmission. Let's have a look at the main measurements screen now. As usual with Ranger products, you have all your data on the screen, and you can decide what you want to show on the bar graph. You can do the power, you can do the carrier to noise, the MER, and so on. This channel BER, for example, it refers to the measurements of the whole DAB channel. This is quite unique in the sense that most chipset-based receivers won't be able to give you that. They will only be able to measure the BER referred to the audio ensemble being tuned, which is just a portion of the complete channel. So they will not give you a complete picture. The DAB frames contain different types of information. Of course, they contain audio and data, but besides, they also include other information that the receivers will need to decode the signal. Something similar or equivalent to the PSI tables in DVB. They are called the FIC, Fast Information Channel, and they contain audio IDs, service names, or audio languages. There is the MSC, or Main Service Channel, with the audio and data information, and the FIC, or Fast Information Channel, with the additional service information. As you can see, we can also provide separate channel BR measurements for the FIC and the MSC. It makes sense because the FIC uses additional CRC that we can read as well. Also, in connection with this, we have the Fast Information Block Ratio, or FIB. All it is we have 100% here right now, which basically means that all fast information channel information is received OK. All of it is OK. We have different ways to show the information on the screen, and some of the menus here will give you additional data. So this one, for example, will show the slideshow on the top left and spectrum analyzer on the right hand side. This one here will give you additional information. This one here will show you the slideshow, again with the spectrum analyzer, and also additional data. The slideshow is basically some still frames. They are normally refreshed very slowly, something like one frame every 20 seconds or something like that. Another interesting function we have is the analysis of echoes. Remember that DAB can be operated in single frequency networks. In this case, and again because of the way we have implemented the DAB receiver, we can show echoes in but also out of the guard interval. If we go back to Tools and scroll down, we have also the Constellation Diagram. DAB is using DQPSK, which is a differential modulation. It means that although the constellation has 8 points, because only phase differences matter, there are only 4 states possible. Not very easy to understand unless you go deeper into the matter, but we show these 4 states on this diagram. Again, under Tools, we can access the MER by carrier. That is the average MER on the top right and the MER of the individual subcarriers on the graphic. Similarly, we go to down here to merogram, and we will be able to record the MER over time. One very interesting feature of this option is the possibility to record DAB ETI signal. Push the red button and we start recording. We can record onto the internal memory, but if we have a pen drive, we can also record on the memory stick, on the pen drive. This gives you a lot of flexibility. So what you have here on this top left corner while you record or play out an ETI is the slideshow. Well, all in all, is a very powerful tool, along with the many other functions already available in the Ranger Neo products. So thanks for watching.